Absolute!
I wouldn't expect you to admit your nefarious allegiance.
Something's on my mind. Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Ally mine, we are reunited once more. I was just reviewing our fight against foul Leroican, your moves and mine. The victory was soundly won, don't you think? Set your mind at ease, my friend. Dame Aylin is more well now than she has been this past century. Enjoy the spoils of your victory. Spin memories of our prowess in your mind like silk floss. Now, I must inform you of my news. There is a Selûnite enclave, not far from fair Baldur Gate. The Absolute's armies have left them in sore need of aid. Aid I will provide, in the Moon Maiden's name. But fear not, when the time comes for you to face the foe of foes, Dame Aylin will stand at your side. Go well, friend. The city will be saved. We will be certain of it.
Poor Gale. I hope he knows that a goddess abandoning him needn't be the end. I know from experience.
Fine. What's on your mind?
No notes. You've exceeded my every expectation. Even if I could have made it this far without you, I don't think I'd have wanted to.
So, Mistress requested a chat with Gale. Unusually polite for a god. I do hope it goes well. We've pissed off enough gods already.
I hope you're here to discuss that contract you just signed. Agreeing to give away our greatest hope of salvation wasn't the wisest of moves. I'm glad to hear it. But you realize we can't just tell him we changed our minds. We already know the potential that crown possesses. We read it, written in Carsus's own hand. I thought you understood that, but it seems I was mistaken. If you'd rather put such power in the hands of a devil than in me, your trusted companion, well, that companionship might prove a rather fleeting one.
Charmed, I'm sure. Never a dull moment.
Well, hello.
did you... Oh. It's you. I must have let my mind wander. Enough for you to wander in. Forgive me. I am drained. Ever since you killed Ketheric and took his netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. It's rebelling against Orin and Gortash, fiercely. I suspected that when we took Ketheric's stone, the brain would begin to break free. Those brain quakes confirm that my suspicion was correct. I do not know what happens now when it receives their orders, and I do not dare guess.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An elder brain enslaved is one thing. An elder brain unleashed will be the end of everything.
Beautiful, isn't it? The mighty Prince Orpheus, contained in submissive slumber. Come. You may as well sit a while, now that you are here. Your company isn't unwelcome. Trying to guard us. The brain is restless, but I am distracted, and my lack of focus is endangering us. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think of nothing. No one else. The very same Duke Stelmane, as she was known in Baldur Gate. You thought you were my first ally. Far from it. I have long sought the allyship of others. It is the only way to succeed. Though my relationship with Berlin was different from my relationship with you. In life, she was my business partner, back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. A difficult task for a mind flayer. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. I conceived the plot, but Berlin took center stage. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important conversations in the city. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. Through us. I could not have done any of it without her. Just as I cannot do any of this without you. But now, she is gone. I appreciate your understanding. What I feel is deeper than superficial cures can reach, and not entirely unwelcome. Most people think that mind flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing. I am glad you are not most people. Another quake. The brain is rebelling again. I need to focus, and so do you.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Take your...
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Of course.
Nervous, perhaps? When we entered Worm's Crossing, it felt like it might be the beginning of the end. Whatever happens, I'm glad it's with you next to me.
A long way to go still.
I've got a long road ahead.
Louder than the fire.
Not my concern. Not like we can even turn around and leave now. Absolute
Don't push us. This watcher has a short temper.
Lovely day, this. For now. Might as well.
There she stands, just as Elminster promised. Mystra, goddess of the weave, mother of all magic.
The old man wasn't lying. She's opened the summoning channel. Can't you feel it?
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic. It sets your teeth on edge.
A stream of pure, undiluted weave. I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mystra, wherever she may be.
An audience with your goddess can go wrong. I should know. But do whatever you feel is best, Gale.
Time was, I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mystra again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee. Not the message one hopes to receive from a past lover. But her first love was always the weave. At best, I was a close second. When I pictured this moment, I thought I'd feel more in control. Yet, here I am, with palms sweatier than a bugbear's armpit. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it. Oh, that hardly matters. There's not much further I could fall in Mystra's estimation. But I'd like to at least leave her with something to think about. During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm going to have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go. Mystra's forgiveness? If you want me to claim the crown of Karsus, she'll hardly be in a forgiving mood after that. I think it's best I keep a cool head going into this. Approach it like a particularly high-risk round of 3 Dragon Ante. I'll let Mystra show her flight, and then I can see how strong a chance we stand of winning the gambit. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own. Wait for me. Please.
Gale of Waterdeep, you look well.
As do you. But I assume we're not here solely to exchange compliments. So why am I here?
You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
Because you had no right to ask that of me. You cast me out. Remember?
You were my lover, my chosen. Yet still you know so little of me. The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite Weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
So that's what you're scared of. With the crown of Karsus reforged, I could take control of the Karsite Weave.
You can no more control the Karsite Weave than a weather vane could control a storm. That it entered your body and consumed no more than your powers was a miracle. But we will not be granted another. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
A great ask indeed. You've given me much to think on, as you always did.
So be it. Follow the needle of your own wisdom. We shall see how truly it leads you.
Can't give up now.
Back on mortal soil once more. I can't believe I saw her. After all this time. Relieved. Drained. Proud of myself for summoning the courage to go to her in the first place, and, if I'm being totally honest, a bit lightheaded. As if it wasn't enough to have seen her again. She didn't exactly summon me there for small talk. The Karsite Weave. Within me this whole time. I knew the orb was no ordinary ball of magic before it to be Karsus's malignant creation. Gods! How did I not see that? I should have known. What right had I to go about declaring myself an archmage when I was as foolish as a common apprentice in setting such an entity loose? At least now I'm armed with the truth. And Mystra's expectations. Sounds like the door to redemption is open at last. All I have to do is walk through it, carrying the crown of Karsus. Thank you. There aren't many I'd trust to stand beside me on such a journey. Fewer still who would do so because they believed I deserved such a chance. If I could promise you one thing in return for your faith in me, it's this. I will use everything in my power to ensure we defeat this evil. I will not let you down. Now, I believe we've a date with an Elder Brain to get to. Shall we?
Never wanted the easy path.
Take solace in his brilliance, and know!
Perhaps we should look into some protection. But my word, the cost!
I should speak up.
I still can't believe...
Yeah, we weren't doing anything. We were just waiting for a friend.
No, this was here last week.
Make no sudden moves, and no one gets hurt.
Maybe an enchanted ring.
You're just making that up.
Those charms all... Right price range.
Other gazetteers.
When it comes to magical protection,
Trust me.
I've really spent no time.
Can't I pace and think in peace?
Perhaps a publicity disaster.
Always the way. And not a thought for their neighbours.
Just need to pick up the needles now.
Right.
We have to go back to the camp.
Don't be a dry shite. No one will.
I swear, I don't see a single Baldurian here anymore.
Certainly has an interesting...
Welcome to the blushing moment.
to it.
We've gone and they will.
My friend dared me to come here alone for a couple of mugs of ale. So here I am. Ha! Come on then, mate. Who would want me dead? Oh, shit! You're serious? I can see it in your eyes. I've got... shit! I've got a tab to settle! Shit!
Something over there.
Not everyone subscribes to what is mine is yours.
the world that these young folks have no idea.
Come off it, Mystra.
Stay in line! Stop jostling!
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
Let's see what this does.
It's unusual for prey to supply the tools of its own butchery. Razors, scissors, nail files. So many cuts one couldn't make. And yet, such a fleeting window. But then, who am I to deny the auspices of destiny? For we are celebrating, Master Figaro. You have the delicious honor of being my crowning achievement. Your body is my ultimate gift to my lord. But together, we shall transcend. You see, Facemaker is a bold title to give oneself, Master Figaro. Especially when one's face can be unmade so easily. It's unusual for prey to raise it, but then, together, we shall transcend.
We should look into some protection. But my word, the cost!
Still means neck.
Very well.
You could start by standing on the
Loitering with intent.
I'm sure there's gold in these stacks somewhere. No, this was here last week.
harmless.
Times of trouble.
Make no sudden moves, and no one gets hurt. You, my dear.
We have to go back to the counting house. What were you thinking?
Don't be it right. No one will.
My friend dared me to come here alone for a couple of... Ha! Come on then, mate. Who would want me dead? Oh, shit.
Even proud.
It's a new razor, but then you together, we shall. A challenger. My lord tests me. This piteous hovel will be your grave, challenger.
I mean, yes, most.
You will savor your final breath. Becoming.
Felt like I was going to faint.
Fair enough. And they'd probably chuck you in the river if you did.
Probably. Oh, unless... Parabellum!
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
Another witness to my sacrament. How fortunate.
business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
To the upper city? Through the river?
Maybe. I don't know how closely they watch. There's probably crates and things down there to trash like us out.
Nah, you're right. And I'm not the best swimmer anyway.
No way to run a business. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
Very well.
Run a business, I say. Can't even browse while you've been client.
Magic, innit? I'm just saying, maybe there's a reason for that weird feeling.
So you believe me then?
Can't even browse while he's with a client.
Made the right decision.
day will be your grave, brigand!
gods are watching me.
I don't know who you are, but I'm glad you were there. If it had been the dwarf alone, we might have stood a chance. But these doppelgangers, they swarmed us. We were paralyzed before we even had the chance to fight back. A rising star, you say? Then there's more of these nutters running around. I thought as much. Devella Fountainhead, Constable of the Flaming Fist. I've been investigating the recent spate of murders across the city. I was on my way to the upper city when I heard a commotion. I stepped in to see if I could help. It's not every day you have the chance to catch a killer in action. Not even in this profession. Now, if you don't mind, I need to draft a report to my superiors before I forget it all. But don't worry, I'll be sure to put in a good word for you. All right. Fine.
Passphrase, cicarius, and a location. We should find this camp place.
I don't know who you are. If it had been the dwarf... We were paralyzed before we even had the chance to fight back. Then there's I was on my... Now, if you don't mind, You do? How? All right. These killings aren't random. In fact, they seem to be part of some sort of test. The killers paralyze their victims, take their hands as an offering for Baal, and make it look like the cult of the Absolute was behind it all. You've seen those gruesome dioramas that have been springing up, right? Corpses posed like unholy paintings, blood everywhere. There's no way in the hells that those scenes and these murders aren't connected somehow. Now your turn. What do you know about the killings? Gods. That's it. Proof that I was right. I've been working on an assignment, see? A research project of sorts. I knew my conclusions were sound, but this... I never expected this. I'll tell you what I know. He ruled the Iron Throne, a dark tower hiding a darker secret. It was the front for a deadly arms dealing network. There, he amassed an army, seeking to become a god himself. Under his stewardship, the Baal Temple was revived, and with it, the Baal cult itself. Fortunately, the temple was destroyed, and to cleanse the city of Saravok's memory, the Iron Throne was torn from its foundations and cast into the Chionthar. For most, that was the end of it. But cults like that don't disappear overnight. The Baal cult is back, and someone is out there, continuing Saravok's work. No doubt you found a trail of bodies in their wake. The brutality of the killings is on a par with Saravok's own. But there's something more here. Something new. There's a reverence to these murders. A certain flair. It's as if they were done in worship. The precision of the cuts. The depth, the execution. The best butchers in Faerun couldn't make a cut like that. Trust me, I've asked them. I tried to explain all this to my superiors, but they wouldn't have any of it. They told me to drop it. Told me the city doesn't need another conspiracy theorist and to get back to doing my job before they find someone else to do it for me. But you're not bound by such constraints. Oh, help me out here. Help the city out. I bet if you follow the trail of these murders, you'll be able to unearth the truth of this resurgence. Try to convince my superiors to put some resources into this matter. After what's happened here, they might finally take this seriously. Might. You really are a godsend. Meet me at Basilisk Gate if you've anything more to report. And good luck.
Very well.
I must say, I'm damn lucky you showed up when you did. Can you believe what that monster was doing? I'll confess, it terrified me greatly. Can you imagine dressing entirely in red? Jests aside, thank you. You forever have my humblest gratitude and a most generous discount on my wares. In the face of such horror, I don't see that I have much choice. Now, how may I help you today? I sell anything and everything needed to cultivate your countenance. The best you'll find in Baldur Gate. Certainly better than any dreck you'll pick up in Worm's Crossing. Very good, sir. Now remember, fashion's a fickle mistress, so be sure to return.
Can't believe someone would... He wouldn't hurt a fly.
What's inside?
Do you think we could swim into the upper city? Through the river, I mean.
Maybe. I don't know how closely they watch it.
You can deal with it yourselves.
But there's probably grates and things down there to keep trash like us out.
Nah, you're right. And I'm not the best swimmer anyway. Gods know what else is down there and all.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Let's get going.
My faith protects me.
I don't know. Magic, isn't it? I'm just saying, maybe there's a reason for that weird feeling of yours.
Salutations.
Stranger things have happened in Baldur's Gate is all I'm saying.
Think I made the right decision not to stay along. It's like a tingle in the
So you stopped queuing because you felt funny?
Finally.
I mean, yes, mostly. Why did you stop queuing then?
I couldn't take...
down?
I don't know.
Looking ahead. With haste.
There is work to do.
Where to buy sandals? It's all here in the Baldur's Gazette. A gazette a day keeps the ignorance away.
Who's being first in line? The line's not moving.
Stop, Josty!
What now?
Please subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell button to be updated of our videos.
Smash like and comment down below if you have any more suggestions for the channel.